What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I just wanted to make a quick little discussion video about something that myself and probably majority of the community are pretty desperate to get, and that is private matches in Battlefront 2. Pretty much since launch now, the large majority of this community have been begging for some form of private matches to be added to the game for so many different reasons, and especially heading further and further towards the 2-year mark of the game's lifespan. I think this is honestly one of the things that is by far the most needed addition to the game overall. If you take a look back at all the great first-person shooters from this generation and from the last generation of consoles as well, I would guess that at least 95% of those games have some way for friends to join a game without any randoms being involved, allowing them to play together the way that they want to play rather than how the game wants them to play. Any of you guys that are old enough to have been around during the Modern Warfare 2 days will remember the 1v1 matches on Rust, or even 1v1 matches on Shipment during COD 4. And for me personally, still to this day, those are some of my most enjoyable gaming memories that I have, just messing around with friends in a controlled lobby without all the usual frustration of regular multiplayer. Now, don't get me wrong, I do still really enjoy Battlefront 2 multiplayer. I definitely would not be making 3 videos a week and 3 streams a week if that wasn't the case, but for me, that urge to just sit back with friends or even get 20 subs against 20 subs and do a big private match has been so noticeable for me lately. Almost every single time I stream, myself and the chat end up talking about how many cool things we could do with private matches, and then we kind of end up feeling sorry for ourselves when we realise that we can't actually do them. Not only that, but for those who don't know, I'm actually heavily involved in a project called Battlefront Duels with a few friends of mine where we actually try and organise some really cool stuff like 2v2 tournaments and HVV tournaments, as well as just some 1v1 games as well. And cheeky little plug again, but if you guys are interested in joining in on that, then I will leave a link to our Discord server down in the description. Despite how much fun it is for everyone involved, it can often get pretty damn frustrating when we can't get the matchmaking to work the way we want it to. For those who don't know, the way that we do it is essentially just getting 2 squads and letting them search for a game on the same ping site at the exact same time. And for the most part, it will put you into the same lobby, effectively creating a private match. However, it can be much easier said than done, and like I said, when it doesn't work, it can be extremely frustrating. If DICE added some sort of private match function, all of our tournaments and events would go so much smoother and therefore be much more enjoyable for everyone involved. But as of right now, we pretty much just have to hope for the best and see whether we can get the current matchmaking system to work, which isn't exactly ideal when you're trying to run a smooth tournament with that system. Not only that, but adding private matches would allow for a spectator mode as well, which some games like Battlefield have, for example, where one person can essentially host the server and just spectate the game while everyone else takes part in the battle. If they were to add something like that, I would be able to actually stream these tournaments and show everyone on a live feed what is actually happening and who's winning and stuff like that, which I know I personally would find so enjoyable, and I think a lot of people would love to tune in and see a live competitive match from pretty much a bird's eye view or just the perspective of the people taking part. And these are exactly the kinds of things that I think really would benefit the game overall. Take a look at Battlefront 2015 right now, for example. That game is pretty much 4 years old at this point, and yet still to this day people are regularly playing that game, whether it be in public servers or on private servers. But in my opinion, if that game didn't have private matches, that probably wouldn't be the case, or at least not to the scale that it's still played anyway. For example, it's pretty much impossible to find a public match of Battlefront 2015 on Aussie servers, as there just isn't enough of a player base at this stage of the game. But if I just made an announcement saying that we were going to do a big private match on Battlefront 2015, I can guarantee we'd have a full lobby of people and have hours on end of fun, despite the fact that it is a pretty old game. Unfortunately though, if Battlefront 2 doesn't have private matches in say 2 years when it's the same age as Battlefront 2015 is now, then I just can't see people still having the patience to try and squad up with their friends, and they'd probably be even more likely to head back to the other game and squad up there, as at least 2015 actually does have private matches. Touching back on more of the competitive related stuff, imagine how much fun it would be for all of you guys and all the YouTubers involved if we could get a massive YouTuber tournament going for Galactic Assault. Having a YouTuber and 19 subs facing off against another YouTuber and 19 of their subs in a big all-out battle. Just imagine having a tournament with say 8 YouTubers or even 16 YouTubers, or just anyone who wants to enter a team honestly, who would get 20 of their subs to squad up and play Galactic Assault against the other teams, all boiling down to a big final where the PS4, Xbox and PC teams all have a separate final where the winner gets all the bragging rights until the next tournament. Imagine how involved so many people in the community would be with that sense of competition and bragging rights on the line. Everyone could be making videos or streams about it and all building up the hype to see who ends up winning the tournament, which I personally think would just be so much fun, not only to be a part of, but also just to watch from the outside and see which team can actually bring home the win. Like I said, not only does adding private matches allow for some really cool ideas in regards to tournaments and just having fun with friends overall, but I really do think that it adds so much more longevity to the game, which in its current state I think is a really important aspect. Personally, the game does kind of feel like it's coming towards its final stages, whether that be a time frame of months or years, I have no idea, but it does feel like it's headed in that direction, which is to be expected as it's almost 2 years old now. And by adding a way to privately play with friends, I think that would definitely increase the lifespan of the game overall. Private matches are easily my most wanted addition to the game right now, and I would definitely love to hear what you guys think, as from what I can see, I think a lot of people do probably want them just as much as I do. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. This one was a lot shorter than usual, and it was almost just a little rant, to be honest, which I don't usually make this type of stuff. However, I do often talk about this on stream, and I know a lot of you guys can't make the live streams very often, and so I thought it would be good to make a quick little video on it. Like I said, if you do agree or disagree, or if you have your own ideas, then definitely let us all know down in the comments. I really do enjoy reading the comments on these discussion type videos, so let us all know your thoughts down below, and make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. If you are new to the channel, then feel free to subscribe and make sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any more Battlefront 2 videos or live streams. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
I will never join the dark side. I'm a Jedi.